me rice and money. I tell them anything, and they'll swallow it hook, line, and sinker. And then they'll translate that type of thing into voting for certain kinds of people to emerge in the leadership class. And the result will be the kinds of people that we see standing before us saying some of the things that, my brother, if you are a right thinking person in that society and you consider those things in your head, you feel insulted. Anyway, sorry for the digression. The real truth, however, is that we the people, especially those of us who observe the 2020 elections very well, have come to understand that somehow Yanu managed to get extra ballot papers, ballot boxes, and all that they needed to do was wait for results to be declared in some places. And then they manufactured enough to cancel out those figures and claim to have won. And they are so good at shouting and bluster that invariably they get their way. And Ashanti is the alleged nave center of all the alleged stealing that Yanum have been engaging in. No wonder when they said they were going to divide the various regions into smaller administrative units, they didn't touch Ashanti. Because it wasn't going to be good for business. We also know that it is a place which is notorious for registering minors. I have personally interacted with people who have two ages. They have two kinds of identity cards. Because at the time they were being registered to vote, they were far younger than the voting age. And then the umbrella party does not really focus its energies there. Because they feel that the people will not really vote for them anyway. And then there's that strategy where elephants infiltrate umbrella groupings and position themselves to become polling agents. So umbrella people deploy them thinking they are being represented by their people, when in reality it's a collection of elephants at the polling stations, and so it is very easy to switch figures and do all kinds of things. And that is where beyond a certain time of the day, they start giving people more ballot papers to make up for those who didn't turn out to vote or who are dead, among other things. And when all else fails, they print ballot papers and manage to push them in. So in 2008, for example, when some people realized that they were not going to, or things were not going well, they flew a fighter jet into Kumasi. And results which had come from polling stations, certain polling stations previously, started coming again. And that led to a huge ruckus in the strong room of the Electoral Commission. I remember because somebody like Dr. Tony Odu was in the center of that whole something. Somehow, when the umbrella party folk took power in 2009, they all went to sleep. Meanwhile, that should have been a very good opportunity to investigate those things and find a way of stopping them for good. So, well, I hope that following the brilliant work that the likes of Jakpa and Co did in the Ashanti region, a team will be set up quietly within the umbrella party to study the dynamics of the rigging machinery of Yanu for especially the year 2020 and 2024. Because as for 2016, I'll say it, and I'll keep saying it, that if you are an incumbent party and you organize an election and the opposition are able to draw rings around you and steal that election from you, you shouldn't even open your mouth to talk about it. Because the kinds of adjectives that should be used to describe you, I cannot repeat them. So, that committee should trace how extra ballot papers and materials are acquired and find ways to block that channel for good. Also, those who carried weapons into places like Tepa to shoot people in collation centers, they should all be tracked, arrested, and prosecuted. Fortunately, Barack Obama has already notched the IGP. So, we shall wait to see what will happen. The IGP himself, when he assumed office, talked about the revival of the cold cases unit of the Ghana Police Service. I saw that letter he wrote to that effect. Only God knows what happened to the cold case unit or all the cold cases that, have been left to go cold. So if the Umbrella Party wants to win the next election, they better not go to sleep on the matters arising out of the 2020 and 2024 elections. So, there are also some offices in this country that have been used to do a lot of evil and terrible things against we the people. One of them is an unbranded building very close to the site of the so-called National Cathedral. It is interesting how in a country which is supposed to be abiding by the tenets of the concepts of the rule of law and such rights as enshrined in the 1992 Constitution, police are able to allegedly arrest people and lock them up for days without allowing legal representation among several other things. So, all those people who have done all these kinds of things should be fished out and made to face the full rigors of the law without any mercy. Such units have to be disbanded, destroyed, and discredited. And the perpetrators of those dastardly crimes punished severely. Even if people are being dealt with by nature, they still have to be made to smell pepper. But we will come to those kinds of things later. I want to say a very warm good evening to a certain Faustina. Madam Faustina, good evening. Good evening to the inventor of the Azugu mask too. And to the policeman who attacked ASP Nakabrus at the precincts of the Flagstaff House. Good evening, I hear you are now a senior officer too. Because Yanum promoted you. Good evening to all of you, Please, the energy that you have given to a lot of people, if that energy is returned to you, good measure, pressed down, shake it together and running over, I hope you will be able to take it coolly. Sorry for this very long digression once again. So this time around, the code surrounding the electoral pragmatics in the Great Shanti region has been broken nicely. Please, let Yanum stop going around and telling people that their people didn't vote and that was why they lost. The truth is that the digital counters and body cams that were deployed made it very difficult for people to steal. And then the extra ballot paper operations in places like the backyard of the diminutive one was effectively resisted by people. That is the whole bottom line. And it goes without saying that our entire electoral system too needs a reset. It needs an overhaul. We have to bring it to a place where people like a certain woman will not be able to help people steal elections because there's a covenant to that effect. Oh. I know that for now, Yanuma in a lot of pain. Oh. So, my brother, the pain that is in people's hearts is not easy. Oh. Suddenly, people's eyes are clearing. That is why they are all over social media behaving as if Bole Obama has been in power for 2 years. But I want them to keep calm and mind the big gap. As for the voices of foolishness, like that of the chap who said people should be taken to Lancaster and Kempinski to be fed. Students should be taken to Lancaster and Kempinski to be fed. It is only a matter of time before they see their smoothness level. Oh. For now, we the people need some peace and quiet as the new government starts its journey. In 2028, I'm very confident that once again, the people of this country will deliver their verdict on the performance of Bole Obama's government. Let the likes of Napo and all those other people go and sit somewhere quietly and watch how to rule a country. The next time I hear people saying something, their people didn't come out to vote, I won't take kindly to it at all. Suddenly they started this Tafachi nonsense agenda about the car that the man is driving. Really? My time is up. Let me calm down. May God bless our homeland, Ghana, and make it great and strong. Have a wonderful evening, everybody. Ever!
Esan Ban Herbal Center na nyuma power ye ewo my Ghana team say we be on bia say your boni dia ni yes atemfo pan aye adwuma so no eno nti tractor drivers ne taxi drivers so omo de omo ben no ebo ne ekire yare sa Ban Herbal Center edema say ye no mpem yade
na no madamfo efia menu nya ankwanhia no ehọ na ye de no koye na ne nkasa mu ebuse pen na okoye no yankire na yankye wode ahaban na etoso
wo emfidie abrane a wode kire bebia mfomso no wo na wode ahaban eyi sa nkonya no na de anigye ni asombia befie
fonsima mo ya de dimpra ne begye yaresa ewo Ban Herbal Center enkran ye wala shebi community 16 road ye be Bows City frɛ 0244988004 atamfo ba nyare wanyina ebejuane ba
and the Cretro Dos High Sensor, the about chimney.